Forget everything you know about recording metal guitars. And forget everything you know about the modern generic metal guitar tone. You know, the 5150 into a V30 thing. Forget all of that. Because recently I met this guy. This is Taylor, and believe me, he's not afraid of gain. I visited LA-based producer Taylor Young, who worked with bands like Nails and Terror and Suicide Silence, in his recording studio, and he showed me how he dials in guitar tones. And I was in between shocked and inspired, because that guy doesn't give a fuck. He just goes his own way. So he was shooting one DI track into several tube amps and rigs and blended it all together. Normally that's phase hell. He was using microphones I've never seen before, or microphones I've never used on a guitar cab. He was using unconventional speakers. He was blending tube amps with transistor amps. He was even miking the backside of a cabinet. So he was doing a lot of crazy but inspiring stuff. And have I mentioned, he's not afraid of gain. So what you are about to watch is a little snippet of a more than 2-hour-long course with Taylor Young and the death metal band Tribal Gaze from Texas, which he produced, and he's using their DI tracks to create some seriously nasty and gnarly guitar tones and bass tones, bass as well, using tube amps, pedals, cabs, and microphones the old school way. The course also includes the original DI tracks, so you can reamp those tracks yourself, come up with your own guitar tone, send it to me, get a review, and even win some cool shit. More info about that later. But now it's time to get dirty with Tribal Gaze and Taylor Young. Enjoy!
What's up? We are going to reamp a Tribal Gaze track. Got Mesa dual rec set up and a Marshall JVM, which they use live, so it's a good starting point. The reamp is meeting at this radial injector, which, you know, isn't super exciting, but it's a very sick tool to make sure that the reamp's clean. We're coming out of that and hitting 2 individual chains, one for each amp. Into the Marshall, I'm going to start with some gnarlier stuff. I'm going to do the Michael Klein Oni, which is a collaboration pedal I did with him. On the Mesa side, we're going to start with an ST9 Pro Plus, which is like the chunkiest tube screamer known to mankind. All right, here we got the Procaster, about 1 inch from the grill. It's a metal grill. I don't want to mic the metal, so I'm going to pull it back a little bit. Here's the Extinct Black Ops ribbon mic. And then in the back, we have the AL95, just miking the air of the speakers. I've got my reamps going here. I need to send them out to the amps. First thing I like to do is make sure I like the amp sound without pedals and see what we get just dry, and then use pedals to either help or shape the tone. I'm gonna go just check to see what that sounds like coming straight out of the cab. Okay, cab sounds great. So I'm gonna solo these mics and check them out, see what they're doing with this kind of basic ground zero tone we got. Procaster sounds good. Gonna check the Black Ops. Nice bottom end there, which is what I want out of a ribbon. They sound in phase, but I'm gonna check. They are in phase. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave just the Procaster activated for now, and I'm gonna start shaping the tone around it. All right, I'm activating the max on. I'm gonna kind of bring the extra controls down, but keep the level up a bit. It's already a lot of gain, which is nice. I'm gonna pull back some amp gain. All right, I'm gonna give a little bit more pedal level here, just push the signal. Already pretty awesome. I'm gonna give it some more high end. The tone kind of pushes the high end. All right, that it's getting nastier. I'm gonna try this mid enhance and just kind of sweep it and see if we like any of that. That's kind of nice. We'll give it a little bit more drive just because we're not scared of gain here. Pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna see if we can get it to be tight, but also gross. So I'm gonna just absolutely smoke these mids first. I might crank the presence also, just double down on the high end. All right, I'm gonna crank the low end also. We're gonna dime it out and see what happens. That sounds pretty sick. Now it is a fucking woof factory. So I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Pretty disgusting. Okay, so I have one crazy mic happening that I want to see if we can get tight. I mic'd the rear open part of the Mesa cab with a ribbon mic, so I want to see if I can kind of capture the woomph of the chugs from there. You can really feel the chug, which is pretty awesome. Kind of pulled back. The back of the Mesa cab is creating a lot of bass from the back of the speakers, and that's like all the air that would normally be trapped in the cab is flowing out the back, so you're getting the air push of the speakers. To me, with heavy guitars, is sometimes with a dynamic you don't actually get that like feel of the cab when those palm mutes hit, and a ribbon allows for that. Kind of feel the palm mute like you're standing in front of the cab a little bit. I'm gonna introduce the Black Ops back in. It's a little woofy, so maybe we don't need both ribbons. What I may do is run it anyway and keep that just because more is more. And then if I decide we don't use that in the mix, we don't use that in the mix. I'm not gonna sum the mics down, which a lot of people who do amp blends do. I usually record them separate for options later. Pretty happy with that so far. I'm going to pivot to the Marshall and see what we can do there. You know, this amp, you could really just run it like that, no pedals, and it would sound pretty awesome. I'm liking the low end. It's a little woof. Gonna pull it back just a hair because we're gonna introduce more with the pedals, I think. All right, yeah, I got it pretty scooped, got a little bit in there. Nothing too crazy. So that's as bright as it's gonna be for sure, because that's the brightest mic we got on there. And then the other one is the AEA N22, which we will introduce, which there is a chance that I end up using that mic by itself because it's kind of a mic blend in a box, I would say. Checking it with a 421 first. Pretty good already. I'm going to start messing with these pedals. So this one is 2 circuits. It is, one side is kind of a radish thing, and then the other side is more of an overdrive, and you can mix and match them together. There's an order switch, so you can pick which side is first in the chain. We're gonna do a little bit more gain. All right, let's see what happens when we do both. All right, that is a mud fest. We're gonna change the order and see what happens. Like a ratty HM2 thing. So I'm gonna pull back on the rat side gain a little bit, give it a little bit more level. Cool. That's pretty insane. So let's see if we can get it to be even thicker and nastier. All right, so I turned up the low end a good bit on the amp, and I'm gonna scoop these mids even more. Okay, so we've got something interesting happening here. It's definitely not clear, and that's okay, because we're going for insane here. So let's see what this is like with everything. So I'm gonna bring in the Mesa to see if we can get them talking together.
But are you sending the same DI to both amps now, or different?
Same DI to both amps? Okay. Yep. So we're gonna run both amps as one guitar tone and one track. So I'm going to turn the Mesa on here. Everything's activated. This is kind of a cross your fingers type of thing here. Is it in phase? I just turned on the other noise suppressor. All right, that's pretty crazy. Definitely a little phasey. Let me check it out here. I'm going to just do the 421 versus the Procaster and see where we're at with the phase. I'm gonna flip the phase between the two amps here and just do that. So the signal is getting flipped before it even hits the amp. That sounds more correct. So I'm gonna put these back on. Yeah, we're blowing it out now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I gotta go in here on the DAW. I'm gonna pull everything back 3 dB because our gain staging is now psycho. Yeah, so we've got something crazy going on here. The meat of the Marshall is kicking through, and then we're getting a little bit of that heft from the Mesa. So let's check them out individually again, just the total amp situation that we have on each side. This is us returning to the Mesa. This is just the Mesa by itself with our mic blend and everything. Which now, after hearing the bright Marshall, feels pretty dark, but it's kind of doing the thing that we want it to do with the low end. And I'm gonna switch back to the Marshall here. Absolutely gross. And then together, they're kind of creating a weird thing here. Now, I can hear Tribal Gaze in my head saying, yeah, can you scoop the mids a little bit more? So we're gonna see about introducing a little bit of EQ.
I gotta interrupt you now. Again, this is just a small snippet of a very detailed course with Taylor Young that is fun to watch, and I think that will inspire a lot of you guys to just try something new, do things differently, and maybe dial in a little more gain, right? Because that's fun. There's a link below to the course. Let me just tell you how it works. Not only can you watch the course, you can download the original multitracks, reamp the song yourself, and upload it, and if you do that until June the 15th, you can get a feedback from me me about your guitar tone. And I will show the best guitar tones to Taylor himself, and he will pick 2 winners, and they will win some fantastic prizes. First of all, because Taylor is different, he's also using a very special DAW from Motu, Digital Performer. The 2 best guitar tones will win a license of Digital Performer 11, which is actually a great DAW, just not very common. And there's even more. The 2 best guitar tones, the 2 winners will also get some guitar pedals. You can choose between a clear tone Grindstone pedal, that's my take on the HM2, like a modern HM2 blendable with normal distortion, the chainsaw guitar tone reinvented, at least for me. And the other pedal is this one, which is also HM2 based and which is also a great pedal from my friends at Lichtlärm in Berlin. This is their Medusa pedal with a 4-band EQ and also a lot of bells and whistles. So we all go dirty for this course for Taylor. The main winner can choose between the Grindstein and this one, and the second guy gets whatever is left, but you can't go wrong. And again, a license of Digital Performer. So, link below to the course. You can either get the course, or if you are smart, you get the membership for my academy, which includes all courses we have ever released, which is I think 80 courses now or something. And that includes recording drums with Nolly, or creating IRs with Jens Bogren, or the original multitracks and mixing courses with Opeth, Motorhead, Firewind, Slaughter to Prevail, Paradise Lost, Carcass, Bloodbath, so many more. There's a lot to discover in that academy, and you get everything from day one. Also free samples, free IRs, access to a great community, mixed reviews from me, and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, either which way, you're gonna have a lot of dirty fun. I see you in hell, motherfuckers, or inside Kohle Audio Cult. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.